I'm on the human. I'm on the human.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Sports Talk. I am your host, like always, Zach Barnett. Hope you guys are doing well today. We have a great interview for you guys today. I have two special guests with me today, one Hall of Fame running back and another great NFL player and teammate of the Hall of Famer himself. Our special guests are Eric Dickerson and Harvey Armstrong. So, folks, stay tuned for this great interview. This interview was brought to you by PODBEAN-Sports Media. As a kid, what motivated you to play football, man?
I think being from Texas, I know being from Texas, and my hometown was a football town, Sealy. And my cousin played running back, and I wanted to play running back because he played running back. My cousin Kenneth Seals, and then my favorite football player was O.J. Simpson.
Yes, sir.
I just loved the sport. I just loved it. I mean, I remember my first football game. I still remember it. I was in 7th grade. We played the Waller. It was Waller Wildcats. I think Waller Wildcats. So I played Waller. They were only like 20 miles from Sealy, and the game was supposed to be on a Thursday because 7th grade, but it rained, so we had to have it on a Saturday. And I was so nervous, but I ended up having like 6 touchdowns. So at that point, I really loved it.
Yes, sir. So the transition.
What was your football number in the 7th grade, Eric? I'm sorry, but
You're fine,
I'm curious now. What was your football number?
Was I 45?
Okay, I'm gonna shut up now.
45.
I hear
45. I don't know how I remember that 45. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So the transition from high school to the college level, how was that transition for you, Mr. Dickerson?
Well, just have me, Eric, first of all. But it was, it wasn't smooth. Don't put it to you like that. I mean, first of all, I had never lifted weights before, real weights, and I wasn't. I never strung up a body. I didn't know all that, took place in playing football. I mean, it really did. I was fast. My legs were strong. But when I got to college, man, I had my first year. I struggled with injuries. I mean, I don't think I only had like 498 yards rushing that year. I was hurt most of the season. And the next year I came back. I remember I think I had 987 yards. My junior year is when I started to get more developed. I mean, as a matter of fact, the guy who taught me how to lift weights, my best friend, Charles Drayton, we're still best friends. He taught me how to lift weights, and that helped me get stronger. And I became better. As a matter of fact, when I look at my highlights, I can look at them when I was a sophomore, junior, and then I see my senior year. I feel like a man playing with kids. I mean, sometimes it was like, man, they can't run with me. They're not as fast as me, not as strong as I am. And I just felt, that, I was just that much better sometimes. But, and I'll say this too. I mean, first of all, let me clarify that. God gave me a talent, and I always say that. He gave me a talent second to no one. I mean, and I'm not saying that being boastful, but it's just the truth. I mean, I didn't have to take it back anymore. I was 6'3". I could run just like a little guy. I ran track. I ran 100 meters. I ran 100 yards, 100 state, 100 Texas, 200 in Texas. So I knew I was fast, but that's where my talent came from him.
Yes, sir. Definitely. But you and Craig James, my friend, you guys were probably the best 1-2 punch in the backfield. So how did you guys feed off each other?
Well, at first, neither one of us liked it. I mean, I didn't like it, that rotating thing. I mean, it kind of grew on you. I mean, it just kind of grew on you. And it's almost to the point they had no choice. They were trying to do it because, make a long story short, look, I'm a kid. He's a white kid. And Craig was good. I mean, he really was. I won't take that away from him. He was a good, really good player. I mean, and I was good. And I know at one point they wanted to play him. They really wanted to play him, but they couldn't keep me on the bench. Because of my athletic ability.
Definitely, man.
After a while, it just worked. I mean, it worked, and we rotated ourselves at times because let's just say sometimes he would start a game and I wouldn't start. But people still don't believe. Most of the time I was the backup. Like a lot of times I was the guy that came off the bench. Like he would start the game and I'd come. And then after he had his 4 or 5 plays or 10 plays. If it was a 10-play drive, it was a 5-play drive, then I'd go in. And sometimes if my drive was 3 or 3 and out, he said, man, go just go back in the next series. And I would do the same thing. So that's kind of how we did it.
Yes,
and
sir.
It worked.
Definitely, man. You were the best at it. But among your 47 career touchdowns, which is a conference record, which TD had the most impact on you as a player, man?
You know, that's an impact. I think the ones I remember the most, we played Texas A&M. And I had I think an 80-yard touchdown on them that I still remember because the guy that I worked out with, it was a pitch play. Lance was on the right side. Lance pitched it out to me. The guy that I worked out with in Houston, I forgot it, was a DB. And, you know, he was fast. And I was telling him, Eric, you know, if you break out, you know, I'm going to run you down. I said, dog, you ain't going to run me down. I said, you'll see. I said, you can't catch me. And sure enough, what happened, that takes place. and brother, like I said, he did not catch me.
Yes, sir.
That one and the run I had against the Houston Cougars at Texas Stadium, I think they were just 2 spectacular runs that I had. I just, you know, I can remember them. I can even see them right now, but you know, it's just certain plays that you remember. You play sport like football.
Definitely, man. So, getting Harvey, Mr. Armstrong, involved in this, man. The first time you guys met at SMU, how did you guys build such a great bond?
Well, I was the one who.
I let Harvey take that.
I was the one. I was the one who recruited Eric when he came to SMU. When he came to SMU for his visiting trip, I was the one who interviewed. I mean, not interviewed him, but I was the one who recruited him and showed him around. So we spent a whole weekend together, hanging out, doing different things. Won't get into the logistics of what we did that weekend, but we had a great time.
Yes, sir.
I still think you owe me some money too. I think you owe some of my money.
I don't want to discuss that right now, but that's how we met, Zach. We met on that weekend, and then I kept being so close and distant from Houston to Sealy. I went out one weekend to hang out with him, and we went hunting. And we weren't hunting deer, wasn't duck hunting. We went hunting for rattlesnakes.
Oh, gosh.
And I tell people this, they're like, what? Are you going to go hunt for snakes? I'm still trying to figure that out. I don't have a clue. I'm like, Eric, I'm running from snakes. Why am I going to try to go after one? I don't understand that. But being a 19-year-old naive kid, didn't have a clue. And we went snake hunting in Sealy, Texas with Eric Dickerson. That wasn't a good weekend. I was scared as hell.
We didn't catch the weekend on snakes, though.
Hey, you probably ran away
That's
from
how
him.
we met.
I hear you, man.
What do you say, Zach?
Transitioning into your NFL career, Eric, the 83 season, your first year in the league, 22.
The 83 season.
22.
Let me go back. Can I go back and talk about the recruiting with Harvey?
Yeah.
Harvey, can I just 1 second? Let me go back to that for 1 second.
Let's do it, man.
You know, I gotta say that you know, I had a lot of schools that recruited me. I mean, a lot, just like Harvey did. My number one school was Oklahoma. I think Harvey told me just the other day. I didn't know that was his too. Was Oklahoma. That's why I wanted to go to school. But my mother wouldn't allow it. But I got to say that weekend that Harvey showed me, one of the best weekends I had, on recruiting trip. And accumulated with him and Ron Meyer, that was the reason I went to SMU. And I always, my mother and Ron Meyer, I give Harvey credit too, because if I'd have had a bad trip, I probably would never went to SMU. I liked Harvey. I liked the guys I met, on that trip, for the team. One thing I think, I look at our class of guys that we had come in. We had a lot of guys from winning programs. Like Cashmere had a winning football program. We had a winning football program. So, we wasn't really used to losing. So Greg Gaines, they had a winning football program. They won state, we won state. I don't think Cashmere won a state championship. I'm not sure, but I don't. Yeah, that's hard to that one.
Oh, you got to throw that in there, huh? All right. Let's finish.
But all of that accumulated, that really, kind of made my decision to go there. And you know what? I'll say this, man. That's the best decision that my mother made for me. Really, it is. I'm so glad that I attended Southern Methodist University. It couldn't have worked out better for me, and I thank her and I thank God. So, Harvey was a big part of me going there.
Definitely, man. So, transitioning into your NFL career, Eric, your first season in '83, 2,200 all-purpose yards. What made you so effective straight out of college?
Well, I'll tell you, one of the big things was, and I don't think people thought about this, and I didn't think about it until much later, is that I wasn't beat up. I wasn't beat up. I didn't have a lot of carries on me. Only thing I had was really a hamstring problem. I didn't have shoulder, knee. I had no injury. And coming in, pretty much, injury-free. I never had a surgery, still haven't had a surgery. That was, and I think the thing that made me good, and I'll say it again, I give God the credit for it, is that I was fast, and I was extremely fast. And for my size, if people don't see my size, I was big.
Yes, sir.
And I was big as some linebackers. I was big as a linebacker, and I could cut. I could cut really quick and really fast. And that was my best attribute for me, was my speed. When people talk about your vision and all that kind of stuff, man, that I don't know that vision thing, all that, vision. It's the thing that you can do. One thing that they can't teach is they can't teach speed. They can't coach speed. You can enhance it a little bit. If you got it, you have it. You don't. And that's one thing that I think caught the league off guard, is how big I was, how fast I was. The funny thing is, I was playing a couple of games. We played the Detroit Lions, and I had 199 yards on it. And I came on the field, and I used jog on. I ran by some guys. They say, "Damn, that's a running back. That's a big ass running back."
Yes, sir.
And so,
I'm going to add this one to it. I hope I didn't cut Eric off. I hope he can finish. Eric was tough. People don't really talk about that. They talk about his size. I don't know if they talk about his speed. The people who played against him talk about his speed. But when the commentators and sports people talk about it, they talk about, Eric Dickerson was so fast and so elusive. Eric was tough as hell. He'll run over you. And that's what people realize that. Because I'm going to tell you a quick story real quick. And we played against Eric, but we never got to hit him in practice. And we took him out and played against him in Philadelphia. But me and Wes Hopkins, we was plotting. Oh, man, we got to kill him. We're going to try to tear his butt up. So Eric caught a screen pass, not a screen, but like a flare pass. And I'm playing nose, and I'm kind of seeing the guard leads and pulls out. So I follow the guard. It takes me right there. So I see him catching the ball. I'm targeting him. I'm looking at this, and I'm having flashbacks out of the 3 seconds it took me to get to him. I'm having a lifetime of, I'm going to kill him. We couldn't hit number 19. Man, he think he all that. We could carry him up. So Eric caught the ball, and he turned. And as he turned, I'm bringing my best lick. Pow! I hit Eric. I'm on the ground. I'm looking for him. He's still running. I can't deny it. But they teased me so bad because out of all the times I couldn't wait to hit Eric, it was actually by the time he saw me, he dipped his shoulder, and I'm trying to catch him as soon as he turned. But he dipped his shoulder, and when he dipped his shoulder, that his shoulder pads and helped him hit me, and I'm trying to wrap up. Man, I wrapped up nothing but that turf. I take that not. I'm not exaggerating. And I don't know if I ever told Eric his story, but I was laying on the ground knowing Eric was about 2 yards away from me. I'm on the ground. The guard is trying to hit me and blocking me in my back. But with me and the guard on the ground, and Eric was still running. It was about an 18-yard game. And I had a hit in the backfield, one of my best hits ever, I thought. But it didn't happen. So that's why I think it's so tough. But anyway.
Definitely.
I'll let you go ahead.
Thanks, Dog. Yeah, you know what? That was one of the things people kind of underestimated me was my toughness. And I'd say we played the New Orleans Saints was in our division in the NFC West. And my friend Ricky Jackson, he wasn't my friend then, the linebacker for the Saints. We played them. It was my rookie season, and they had a great defense. They really did. They had a really good defense, and they were. I forgot It was one play I forgot to play, and Ricky tackled me, and I remember he said, "Oh, we're gonna break you." I said, "Partner, you ain't gonna break me." I told him just like that, "You ain't gonna break me." And I had 100-some yards on him, and like I think that two touchdowns. So at the Pro Bowl that year, Ricky came. We started talking, and he said, "Man, I got to tell you something, man." And I didn't, it's funny how it's top time, bro. I was going to tell you something. He said, "Man, if you keep playing like you playing, you're going to make the Hall of Fame." Now, I'll tell you that story. I didn't know what the Hall of Fame was. He had to explain to me. But he said, "Man, I got to tell you." He said, "Man, our deal was to break you." He said, "You run tall and pretty. We're going to break his big ass." He said, "Man, we could not break you." He said, "Man, you run tough. You run tough." I said, "Thanks, Rick." He said, "Man, I'll tell you, I tried to tell you that, man. We could not break you." I said, "No, y'all don't want to break you." Because first of all, I'm a country boy. I'm from the country. So I know like the hard work and, and getting hit and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, all the things, man. People talk about my speed, my size, my cutting, but sometimes, some of those games you have to run tempo. I remember Mike Singletary hit me and got a really good shot on me. And I ran over him. And I ran over in college and ran over in pros. And when in college, Harvey, Mike was cracking helmets up there and at Baylor. But, I remember that, baby. Remember he's cracking him. We hear about Mike Singletary crack 2 helmets. Oh, yeah. Good God. One of my big time items. Yeah, he's cracking. Somebody in college. Yeah, college. So, for sure, like I said, my best attribute, I think, was my speed, my size, and, my toughness. And, like I said, I never think about it. Because sometimes you have to run inside, and that's the football league. Everything can't be outside. Everything can't, you got them days you got to grind it out. And that was my game.
Definitely. So this is a good question for you, Eric. How did you keep those goggles from fogging up, man? If I was wearing those on the field, I would be fogging up like a mug.
That's a good question.
Man,
how did you keep those?
That's a great question. The problem is you couldn't. They always fogged up. I mean, that was one of the horrible things about wearing those goggles. I couldn't see, so I had to have them because I tried to wear contacts and a couple games. I wore contacts, I think, one game. A couple plays, I got hit, they popped out, and they had my goggles on the sideline because I couldn't see nothing without those goggles. But it was terrible. I mean, I always had a towel. I always had a towel on my side. So I'd grab my towel, and I would, put the towel, wipe my glasses off with the towel. But, yeah, that was a major problem.
Definitely, man. It would be a problem for me, too. And, but Harvey, having played with Eric with the Colts, how did you see his game evolve in practice and in games?
How did I see his game evolve? Well,
yeah.
Him coming from the Rams, he had pretty much established greatness. I mean, I thought he was great in college, so I was a big fan. Matter of fact, when we played against him my second year in his rookie year in the Rams, he was running the ball. He broke about a 20-yard, 25-yard run when I was on the sideline. And I felt myself cheering for him. Because I had flashbacks of him being, at SMU. So I was very impressed with him at that point. To see him in the pros, the things he did his rookie year with L.A., which was my second year, was just awesome. I didn't know he was trying to be that good because everybody he played against on Sundays was on his level. Was pretty good.
Yes, sir.
So you didn't get that in college, although everybody played us tough. TCU wasn't that good. But when Eric Dickerson came down, they played us like they had all pros on that team. So, but in the pros, I didn't think he would be that good. So I was kind of like, wow. I mean, it took me out, and I was a big fan of his in college. But for him to be as good as he was, I just feel like he took a whole nother level of excellency, of just being great. And you saw it early. And I just knew he would be good, but not O.J. Simpson great. And now I was a big fan of O.J. Simpson. And I just thought his rookie year, I'm like, wow, that's Eric Dickerson. I know him. I mean, I see him on TV. You see him on Soul Train. You see the Jerry curl with all the girls around. I was just like, wow, I can't wait to go to L.A. and hang out with him. and I just saw really, and I can't say a boy growing to a man because he was pretty awesome in college. But I saw a young man growing to a big time man. I mean, a superstar.
Definitely.
And that's what he did, and it happened overnight because I just thought his rookie year was so awesome. I was just like, wow, that's
Definitely.
it. And it just.
So, Aaron,
I was just so impressed, so proud of it.
So, Aaron, you went over
Yeah.
1,000 yards rushing in 7 seasons throughout your career. What did you do to sustain that productivity over your career?
What did I do? You try to, it's not like it is now. You try to work out, stay in shape. But, you have to give credit to those guys up front. I mean, that's why if you don't have the guys up front, I don't care how good you are, how fast you are, it's just not going to work. And that's what happened at the end in Indianapolis. I mean, we didn't have the guys anymore. I mean, they got rid of some of our best linemen. And it's hard to run the football. I don't care how talented you are if you don't have those guys blocking. And the thing is that those guys up front, they take pride. They take pride in blocking for you. They have pride. I mean, and at the Rams, man, we took pride in running football. I mean, that was our forte. I mean, that's what we were known for. We wasn't gonna change it. It was up to you to stop it. And I took pride. When I ran the football, even in Indianapolis, I took pride in what I did. I hated losing, and I always wanted to be good. I always wanted to be great. That was my thing. I wanted to be great. I wanted to be my best effort. And I wanted my teammates to feel the same way I felt. I mean, I think that's the difference between a guy that wants to be good and wants to be great. Is that some guys just want to be on the team. Some guys just want to put say I contributed to my team. And you have some guys that say I want to do more. And thank God. I mean, I had that mentality. I mean, I see that mentality in my little boy. He's 7. I see that in him too. I'm not saying he's gonna play pro football, but when I look at him, I can think of, kind of how I was the same way.
Yes, sir. So this is my final question for you guys. The trials and tribulations of football, the lessons that you guys have learned throughout the journey, how have you guys applied those lessons to your personal life and career after football?
How did you go first, Harvey?
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to mute. Just hard work, being determined, the perseverance. I came out of 18 years All-American, but they changed positions, and I was a 7th-round draft pick. So I wasn't a 7th-round draft pick going to a team that just got back from the Super Bowl. You're not scheduled to make that team. And they put me at nose tackle. And I was behind our coach, Charlie Johnson, and they had Kenny Clark. So I'm the 3rd nose tackle, playing a new position, a 7th-round draft pick. They have nothing to lose. How am I going to make this team? And just make a long story short, I ended up making that team by just believing in myself and believing in my ability. And don't get me wrong, it was all about God now, because God had a lot to do with that. But I was determined that they wasn't going to send me home. And so it gave me the understanding of what hard work is. So it was about what going against the odds. What is this perseverance of certain things and overcoming things. Although it may not look good on paper, I made sure it looked great on the field. And so I try to apply myself with that in life now, especially with my 2 girls. I mean, I talk to them about hard work and just, I don't want to be average. You can't be just average. Anybody can be average, but do you really want to be great? Now, I'm not on Eric Dickerson Hall of Fame level, but I played pretty good. And I was pretty good on my team. And for what I was able to do within the 9 years I played in the NFL. So just the hard work, the perseverance and hard work, and somebody telling me what I can't do, because I was told, you ain't going to make that team, dude. How you going to make that? You can't. And can't is just like a curse word in my house.
Yes, sir.
Well, for me, and Margaret, I'll say this to you, but you wasn't just good, you were great. I mean, I saw the things you did on the field. I mean, and it was the definition of a great player is a guy who's making a difference. And that's what it comes down to. And in life, I think the most important thing for me is that how my mom and my dad taught me I mean, and then my number one thing is you treat people the way you want to be treated. I mean, that's what I teach. That's what I teach my kids. And I don't think I'm better than anybody. There's no such thing as like Eric Dickerson, the Hall of Fame. I'm not into all that. I mean, I'm just a guy just like everybody else. And I'm a person that I don't like, but I have a disdain for people who try to treat you different because they think they're better than you for whatever reason. Even athletes, I see the athletes too. They think they're better than somebody because they play sports, and I'm not that guy. But I've always tried to be, as humble as I possibly can. God gave me a gift to play sports, play football, and I would not be where I am if I didn't play football. Let's just be honest. I wouldn't. I mean, I'm not like a great businessman, like, I just got all this business knowledge. That's not me. He gave me a gift to play football and relate to other people, relate to the young kids. I love doing stuff with kids and mentoring them. So I think that's the thing that I've taken away from the game that I played, and just the camaraderie that we have with each other as players. And I think that's one of the greatest things that I think people can never, an average person can never know what it's like to be in a locker room. You've never been in that. It doesn't even have to be in that NFL locker room, that high school locker room, that college locker room, the tightness and closeness of a football team or baseball or basketball. It's nothing can take the place of that. That's the thing that I think I miss the most about football. Not the game. It's the closeness of those guys. The jokes, the laugh. How the jokes, the laughing, the
that's great.
I mean, that's the stuff that you miss the most, and then they give you life lessons also. I mean, for your children, because our legacy, just like Harvey said, my legacy is for my kids. I mean, like I tell them, I say, one day Daddy won't be here, and I want you to know this. And I tell them, I say, you always treat people the way you want to be treated. I instill that in my kids. And I think that's the thing that I learned from my dad and my family, and it gave me that same thing in football. I mean, I wasn't always perfect in football. I didn't always say the right thing and do the right thing, but I tried to do it the best I could. And when you get older, you see things different. I can tell you that for a fact. But, that's the things I take away from school.
Definitely. That's all, folks, for our interview today. I want to say thank you for joining us. And don't forget to like and follow our pages. And also, don't forget to subscribe to Sports Talk 1996 on YouTube. Thanks again, and God bless you.